Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a theory that completely flips the script on aliens. What if we've been looking in the wrong place this whole time? Not up at the stars, but down, right under our feet. It's an incredible story that ties together old myths, a very real mountain, and yeah, even Nazi secret weapons.
You know the story, right? Strange visitors, flying saucers, coming from other planets. We've all heard it. But what if that one single fundamental idea that they come from outer space is just wrong?
So today we're going to explore this really wild idea. It takes that whole origin story and turns it inside out. We're not talking about outer space anymore. We're talking about inner space. And the heart of this whole thing, the place where all these threads come together, is a real mountain. A place just soaked in legends and mystery tucked away in the Eastern Alps. It's called the Untersberg.
All right, first things first. Let's start with something we all know, that classic image of the gray alien, right? The skinny body, those big, black, almond-shaped eyes. I mean, it's basically the poster child for modern UFO stories.
Okay, now hold that image in your mind, because we're going to take a trip way back in time, deep into old European folklore, to meet a creature that might just be the ancient, earthly twin of our modern gray.
For hundreds of years, people living around that mountain, the Untersberg, have told stories about these beings they call the Untersberger Mandlin, basically the Untersberg dwarfs. And the legend says they live deep inside the mountain's caves and have all sorts of, well, magical powers.
But here's where things get really weird. You take the descriptions of these ancient dwarfs and you put them side by side with the modern reports of gray aliens, and the similarities are just spooky. We're talking height, skin, even their supposed abilities.
Take their eyes, for example. Both the old stories about the Mandlin and the new reports about grays consistently talk about these huge, expressive eyes.
So was that just a coincidence? Well, this theory says no. It suggests this is an evolutionary adaptation. You know, a trait that's perfectly designed for living your entire life in total darkness deep inside a cave system.
And it's not just the eyes. The old stories also talk about pale, almost colorless skin, which, again, makes perfect sense, right? If you live underground, away from the sun, you don't need any pigment in your skin.
So all of this brings us right back to the mountain itself, the one place that seems to tie all these bizarre threads together.
See, the Untersberg isn't just a big pile of rock. The myths say it's riddled with a massive, maze-like network of tunnels, basically the perfect hideout for something living underground. And the folklore gets even stranger. Tales of people vanishing without a trace, and even stories about time itself getting twisted. Sound familiar? I mean, that stuff sounds almost exactly like modern UFO abduction stories.
Now, a place with that kind of reputation for power and mystery, well, it's gonna get noticed. And it definitely attracted the attention of some of the most powerful people in history.
And this is wild. We're talking centuries apart. You have the great Emperor Charlemagne, and then, much later, Adolf Hitler. Both of them became completely obsessed with this mountain. They were convinced it was hiding something big. Charlemagne was after legendary knowledge, and Hitler? Well, Hitler was looking for a source of unimaginable power.
Yeah, the Nazis were so into it that Himmler's SS actually sent multiple expeditions deep into the Untersberg. And they weren't just on a hike, they were actively searching for something, trying to unlock whatever secrets they thought were down there. They believed it could give them a technological edge.
Okay, so this obsession with the mountain leads us to what is easily the most mind-bending part of this whole theory, the part that suggests a direct link between whatever is in that mountain and some seriously advanced technology.
There are these persistent rumors that some of the Nazis' most revolutionary projects, things like the Haunebu flying saucers or those crazy Horten flying wings, weren't just the product of brilliant engineering. The theory goes they were inspired by something they found deep inside the Untersberg.
And the most secret, most mysterious of all of these alleged projects was something called Die Glocke, which just means the bell. It was supposedly this top-secret device, a machine that could literally bend the laws of physics.
I mean, just think about what it could supposedly do. Create anti-gravity fields, mess with time, provide some kind of advanced propulsion. Doesn't that sound exactly like the magic the legends attribute to the Mandlin? And doesn't it also sound exactly like how people describe UFOs moving?
Okay, so let's take a step back and pull all these crazy threads together. Let's see what the big picture actually looks like.
So this inner space theory offers up a pretty simple but totally game-changing idea, that the beings we call Greys, they're not from another planet. They're an ancient civilization that lives underground right here on Earth. They're the same beings from the old folklore, and they've been here the whole time.
And what's so wild about this idea is how it manages to tie everything together. It gives you one single weird story that connects ancient dwarf legends, this one mysterious mountain, the obsessions of guys like Hitler, and all these rumors of super advanced technology. Ultimately, it forces you to think, maybe we should be looking for answers not just up at the stars, but down, in the stories and myths right here on Earth. And that leaves us with a pretty chilling final thought. If a story like this could be hidden in the folklore of just one mountain, what other secrets about our world are hiding in plain sight in all those other ancient stories we've just forgotten?